Okay, question 8, last question on the paper, starts off with writing down sec squared x for 1 mark. That means it's supposed to be very easy. It's supposed to be something you just know, but if you don't, in an exam situation there is something else you could turn to for help. Then in part B, we've got re-entry point, don't need to have done the first bit for this. Quotient cos x over sin x to differentiate using the quotient rule, and look, they give you the answer, so you should be able to get started with the quotient rule, but in any case, whatever happens, you should be able to try and get your way to the final answer, and we probably need this later in the question. Don't give up, because we've got more re-entry points here. We've got to prove the identity, this equals that. Neither A or B affects part C. Just square out these brackets, use other identities that you know about from chapter 2 and simplify to this. Okay? If you couldn't do that, doesn't matter. You can now assume the results from B and C to re-enter the question at D. We've got to integrate this. But the hint from C is we don't look at it in that form, we turn it into this. So you set up an integral of these terms here. You're going to have to integrate sec squared x, you're going to have to integrate cosec squared x. In part B, you found something that pretty much differentiated to cosec squared x. So therefore, you can integrate cosec squared x by taking this with a necessary adjustment. And integrating sec squared x you did in part A. So setting up the answers to these is just a question of looking back at parts A and B. And then to finish off part D, having set up the terms that these integrate to, you just have to put the limits in, do the suitable subtraction, leave your answer in two significant figure form, and make sure you don't get it wrong.